The US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has held in-person talks with his Russian counterpart. The meeting occurred days after President Donald Trump publicly criticised Russia for a lack of diplomatic progress. Julia Benbrook reports this morning.
This is the second time that Secretary of State Marco Rubio has met with the Russian foreign minister, but the two have talked on the phone multiple times in recent months as the United States pushed for a ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine that never came to fruition. Rubio described Thursday's meeting as a, quote, frank conversation where he communicated President Donald Trump's disappointment and frustration.
There were some ideas exchanged today, some viewpoints that they expressed to us that I'll take back to the president for his consideration, and hopefully it will lead to something. I don't want to overpromise.
This meeting comes as Moscow has continued its deadly drone and missile attacks against Ukraine. And just days after Trump publicly criticized Russian President Vladimir Putin for not engaging in peace talks with Ukraine.
We get a lot of bull thrown at us by Putin, for you want to know the truth. He's very nice all the time, but it turns out to be meaningless.
Multiple times this week, Trump reiterated that Ukraine needs defensive weapons after a halt in the weapons flow to the country directed by the Pentagon set off confusion about continued U.S. military support for Ukraine. Sources familiar with the matter say that Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth did not inform the White House before he authorized that pause, setting off a scramble inside the administration to understand why the halt was implemented and to explain it to Congress and the Ukrainian government.